Hello there fellow model makers and welcome to the first part of my Flyhawk Models 1/700 scale HMS Prince of Wales. Before we start off, let me say that this was one of the most detailed kits I have ever worked on. It was also very challenging. There are hundreds of tiny parts, though it feels like thousands, and they are fragile and delicate. Also, despite my best effort, I did lose parts every now and then, and had to spend long hours crawling across the floor looking for them. But in my opinion, the pain and effort is well worth it, because the end product is really spectacular, even though I say so myself. Before we start off, please do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. This is the deluxe edition of the kit, and it comes with a lot of extra stuff in photo etch, brass and resin. The kit number is FH1117S. The box art is nice and is based on an iconic picture of the Prince of Wales in Singapore in December of 1941. A few days later, on the 10th of December, she was sunk along with HMS Repulse by Japanese aircraft. Right, let's see what's inside the box. First, this very nicely and securely packed two-part hull. You have the option to make the full or the waterline hull. Unfortunately, despite the packing, the parts were bent, and it took a little bit of time to line them up again. There are hundreds of parts in the kit, and going over each plastic sprue would be very time consuming. So let's just say this. This is one of the most beautifully molded kits I have ever seen. I have never seen such crisp, clear detailing on parts this small. Just look at the details on this boat. Very impressive. So let me take you through some random shots of the plastic parts to give you an idea of the quality of the kit. Also, before I forget, many parts are slide molded, like the guns here, so they are already hollowed out. The smokestacks are also single piece. Having praised the plastic so much, let me balance off things with a little caution as well. Some of the parts, particularly those that make up the masts, are painfully fragile. I had a few snap on me just because I squeezed the tweezers too hard. Also, these tiny parts are prone to pinging, and you will lose more than a few of them if you're not very careful. Moving on, here's a metal weight for the kit. Some basic decals for the aircraft and a flag. Here is another small box with some extras in it. Inside the box you get these, dozens of ventilation funnels. Honestly, for me this was a waste. They are so tiny and barely visible. What is more, to use these ones, you have to first cut away the ventilation funnels already molded on the plastic deck, drill tiny holes and attach these new ones. All this seems just too much effort for too little return, and I just did not use any of these. What I did use are the brass barrels for the main and secondary guns. And here are the really difficult to understand instructions that accompany the extra parts. You also get 3 photo etch sheets as part of the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition, however, does not come with a wooden deck, and I had to buy this separately. This deck by Blue Vox Models was once again an excellent piece of engineering. Every tiny hole and cut lined up perfectly. Also, inside the kit is this nice card with the box art on it and a brief history of the ship on the other side. Lastly, the instructions. Compared to the kit, a huge letdown. Very difficult to understand, cluttered, and really, overall, just rather poor. Well, with that out of the way, let's get cracking on the kit. Step 1, let's put the hull together. It should have been a simple enough task, but the upper half of the hull has deformed despite the rather good packaging it came in. I decided to use the tub of the hull to line up the pieces together. Instead of gluing the two parts in one go, I moved section by section, lining things up as I moved. This process did take longer than expected, but all that mattered in the end was that the two parts lined up nicely, and I was able to force the bent part of the upper half into correct shape. Next, the deck was glued in place. Once again, I moved in small sections to ensure that whatever misalignment there was could be corrected. With the hull and the deck aligned properly and glued in, it's time to move to the next major part of the build, the main gun turrets. Now the deluxe set comes with brass gun barrels, but I must say that these slide molded plastic ones are pretty good out of the box. But since we have the brass ones, we will use them. But before I go cutting away at stuff, I check to see how the barrels fit in the turret. This gives me a fairly good idea where to cut the plastic piece, how much is visible, and so forth. Right, let's see how the brass barrel will sit best in the turret. I now cut away the plastic barrel and drill a hole to hold the brass one. The brass barrel is now glued in place using some super glue. Once I had all the 4 barrels made, I glued the turret together. No glue is applied to the barrels, which allows them to move. I next completed the other turrets, and this is what they look like. Really nice. A few tiny pieces more are added to the turret. This includes the anti-aircraft guns on top and what I believe are rangefinders. Right then, fellow model makers, that about does it for this first edition of my HMS Prince of Wales build. I hope you liked the video. In case you did, please do leave a like and a comment. Do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you are notified when I post the next videos. Thanks for watching. Till next time, good luck, stay safe, and happy model making.